Good morning. I'm on the motorcycle again, as you can see. It's still fairly early. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, not super early, but compared to when I start usually. It's a long day ahead of us. We will ride towards Toulouse. Most of it will be smaller country roads like this one. The expected duration is 7 to 8 hours. I chose again a little bit lighter gear, the hot weather gear, although it's not as scorching as yesterday. I thought it might still be the correct choice. Right now it's a little bit chilly, but it's also still very early. Oh, oncoming traffic. That's about it for now.
The day starts early, long before the towns wake up. Summer gear on, engine warm, and the cold air still holding its quiet over the land. I'm leaving Le Puy-en-Velay behind, riding southwest on the old pilgrim's road towards Spain. It's not a short day, but it's a beautiful one. The route cuts through the backbone of old France, past medieval towns, castles perched on hills, and stone churches that have stood through centuries of weather and war. I follow the rhythm of the road, and the past rises up on its own. Every corner holds a view. Every village has history carved into its walls. A steady flow of wonder and beauty, mile after mile.
Okay, so I wanted to briefly show you this road. It's the worst I had so far in France. Giant potholes in here. That's where you are when you're lucky or happy to have a 21-inch front wheel. But it's really bad. Look at that. I think when I was in Namibia in March, we had better roads. Woo. But we are well on our way. I was just at the gas station, fueled up, drank something. So we are all stocked up with drinks and stuff, and now we are good to push some miles or kilometers here in France. Voila. And we are on a better road again. Perfect. I'll talk to you later. I'm taking it a little bit slow so that I can have a conversation with you guys. It's weird. It's the third day of my journey, more or less the halfway point, because I planned to be in Spain within 5 days. That means, yeah, after today lunch, I'm half of the way there. I'm feeling good. I have a long distance ahead of me. As viewers of my channel will know, I'm not doing this whole motorcycling since a long time now, right? I would maybe consider myself as somebody who is always on the look for an adventure. May it be mountaineering, outdoor stuff, now motorcycling. But there's a lot of stuff for me to learn. I'm not even fully sure if I like this type of motorcycle travel. I think for now it's fun, but it's also only fun in parts. But maybe that's something that is always a little bit the case. There are roads which are just not as nice to ride as other roads, right? And if you're mountaineering, there is always a part that is more a drag to walk up than really enjoyable. But it's more about the beautiful moments, right? Maybe that's searching for an all-perfect day where you don't have any moments where you think, well, yeah, that could be better. Maybe that's not even the sense of what we're doing here. Yeah, I feel fine. I had a good night of sleep with the over-the-counter drugs. That worked very well. But I'm still aware that I have a long day ahead of me today, with a lot of turns and twisty roads and stuff, which is on one hand great, but on the other hand also, well, will take its toll. Mentally, I'm enjoying myself, although I have to say it's nicer if you're not alone and if you have somebody to talk to. I mean, I'm listening to music, I'm listening to podcasts, etc. But at some point you're also done with the one-way communication. Of course, I called my wife in the evening, but it's just not the same as having somebody with you and sharing all this stuff, right? So Yeah, but it's fine. I'll continue riding. Weather looks fine. I feel that yesterday at the same time, oh no, it wasn't necessarily that much hotter yesterday at the same time. I just started much later yesterday. So let's see what the day brings. Oh man, this is quite beautiful. We can overtake, but you have to just be careful if you make that many kilometers. It's nice. It's a nice ride. And it's funny, the route that you saw in the beginning, that little route with all the potholes and stuff, right? That was also a D and 3-digit route. So, well, let me turn that on. It was also a road with D and 3 digits. So I think how it works in France, the less digits a road number has, the bigger the road is. But I'm just not fully sure how they are consistent with that, because as said, the route with the potholes, right? I think that was even a 2 or 3 digit road, and this is also a 3-digit road. And this road is obviously much nicer to ride on, so that makes it very hard for planning routes down here. But anyway, I mean, how I planned this route is I got the Lonely Planet road trip for France, and then just looked for something that would lead through all of the country, and that was this route along the Camino de Santiago. Oh, I have somebody behind me. Funny French guy who will likely overtake in a few seconds because I'm too slow for him. Only riding 10 above the speed limit. Yeah, we will see.
It's easy to think a trip like this is just freedom and open roads, but there's structure behind the scene. Maps, routes, road numbers. In France, it's all D roads and département signs. The fewer digits, the bigger the road, at least in theory. I spent hours planning this route back home, piecing together small roads, guessing what might be scenic, hoping the surfaces weren't torn to hell. And still, no matter how well you plan it, you only really know a road once you ride it. Some turn out better than expected, some make you question your choices. But that's part of the deal. The plan gets you started. The ride makes it real. And the encounters along the way, the tips from locals, a wave from a passing rider. Those are the moments that make it worthwhile.
This is a really nice stretch of the route now. I'm seeing a lot of people who are walking the Camino, and I mean it's the old Camino route, right? So it's very beautiful. Oh. Yeah, no data connection. All good. We are in Occitane. That's I think it's a département or something like that, like a different state of France. So we crossed over to more the central part, and it's beautiful. I quite like it. Beautiful landscape, and it's not as warm or sunny as yesterday, so I could have done with the heavier clothes. That would have worked as well. But like this, it's also nice. Maybe the heavier clothes would have been on the warmer side, and these one now are on the chillier side. But that's fine, I can live with that. And who knows, it's still not even 10 o'clock in the morning. So, as I just said, I changed my gear, as you can see. And I don't know what is coming. I mean, the clouds above us, they look fairly grim, even as if it could rain momentarily. But on the other hand, there on the horizon is also blue sky. I have all vents open on this suit, so I'm fairly good. I'm not hot at all. I'm even thinking about closing some of them. Yeah, changed clothes, and now I'm back on my way. by pure accident, it actually starts to rain right now. I'm not sure, I think I will get out of this before I need to stop and close the vents on my gear. But it was a good decision to change out of the warm weather gear as long as there was time. So still a beautiful ride. Over there it looks a little bit rainy, but over here where I'm going it looks pretty much fine. So yeah, let's see what we experience. Even if it would rain, it would not be a disaster. I am well equipped to handle any weather that might come up. As said, I might need to take a few precautions. If it would be pure pouring rain, then I would likely jump on maybe on a motorway or something like that, but I don't think that this will be the case. It's more a little intermittent raining and that's it.
The forecast said scattered rain, and for once it was right. I'm dressed for this, but I've also made peace with something on trips like these. Not every road has to be ridden. Not every plan needs defending. If the skies really opened up, I'd jump on the motorway without thinking twice. It's not about sticking to the script, it's about the experience, about letting the day unfold as it is, not how you pictured it weeks ago on a map.
Wow, this is really beautiful. All the pilgrims. Interesting. We're out of the rain now, and look at that. Those, how are these called? The yellow bushes? Oh, I should know it from Ireland, but I don't. And now I am riding behind this guy. That's fine, then we can take a minute to admire the landscape before I pass. And over there it was raining pretty heavily, but now it's much better. Oh, it's so beautiful. Wow. Okay. So, let's get back to riding. Ooh, maybe. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, we made it. Oh man, it's so beautiful. That's really nice. So, this is a part of the route I was actually looking forward to. A lot. Wow, look at that. I didn't know that this was coming. Wow. Oh man, there is so much history in France. It's really beautiful. I like it a lot. It's really nice. Look at this little village. And the bridge. And all the statues and... That's really beautiful here. Wow. I can understand why somebody takes a break here. That's one of the parts of the routes I was looking forward to, because it goes along a little river. I don't know from the top of my head which one. We can see it to the left side. And wow. Oh, is this beautiful. Come on. So far, a really enjoyable day. I'm not even halfway there, so it can get a little bit more... it can get a little bit harder. But for now, I really enjoy this day. It's nice. Oh, I just briefly stopped on the side of the road to check out this beautiful little chapel. Really nice place and very peaceful. Le Chapelle del Dol. The morning chapel. 13th century. That means 12 something, 800 years old. Impressive. Good. Let's continue. As you can see, I got out my goggles. I want to see how it is riding with them with a little bit more heat. I quite like them a lot. They're supposed to darken when I'm in sunlight. I know that they do. I tested them already. I wore them for quite a few off-road riding sessions. And let's see how they do for overland traveling. I got off the long road along the river, and I actually thought about replanning my route because this was such a nice riding. But then I decided to trust what I did at home and came up here, and now we're riding out of this valley, and it's also very, very cool. It's a totally different type of road, as you can see. Different style of riding, but the landscape is really impressive. Everything here seems to be medieval and here since 1,000 years, so it's really cool. And yeah, I assume we will have similar roads to this for quite a bit now, although we might hit a larger one at the end of this small road. But we're working our way, as you can see, out of the little valley where this river was flowing. Look at that over there. Do you see that? People live there. Super impressive and very cool. And that's what you encounter on top of this road.
The village at the top was beautiful, silent and timeless. This wasn't a detour. I planned leaving the river road behind to explore the hills. At home, it looked promising. A quiet stretch into the backcountry, a climb toward a small village that barely showed up on the map. And for a while it was perfect. Narrow roads, stone walls, sharp little switchbacks. The kind of riding that makes you feel like you're actually discovering something. But not every plan works out. But we will get to that in a minute.
And now an example for an extreme version of a small road. It's almost a gravel road that I'm riding down right now. It's actually a gravel road. There is gravel. Okay. It's really different how the road conditions are, and I mean, I don't want to think about getting into it with a car on this road. I mean, what the hell is going on? But it's still nice and beautiful. I mean, look at this place. And living here? Come on. So cool. Okay, this is not a road. Let me figure that out. Okay, so back there I had to turn around. I had to do it a little bit smarter because the motorcycle right now with all the luggage and things is quite heavy. And it's really hard to ride in a sporty way when you talk. Well, regardless, so I had to turn around. But I'm now back on the route. And everything is fine. So we're still riding toward today's end. Let's see when we will arrive. I know I'm a bit a sissy, but it got too hot and I changed back into my warm weather gear. And why not? I have it with me. It's 28 degrees on the motorcycle now. It's always amazing what difference a little bit of distance can make in terms of getting out of the mountains down into lower elevation levels. Which difference that makes in terms of temperature. Well, we're on our way. We are super early. I thought that this would be a much longer day, but that gives us the opportunity to linger a little bit and take a few things out. I will have to fuel up a bit as well. Yeah, it's quite beautiful here. I just checked my trip meter that I have set, not the daily trip meter, but the one for all of the trip. And we are already more than 1,000 kilometers in, 1,050 when I checked the last time. That means there are 600 kilometers left until we are down in Spain, in Bilbao. So that means we're in the midst of it. I'm not even sure how I feel about it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful ride. I still can't tell you if it is worth it. But on the other hand, worth what? Worth my time. I would be out in the office working at home. So, well, or it's Saturday. Like I would do something with my wife, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it's we're amidst in the journey. I'm looking forward to today's hotel. I also got it via booking, and I'm really curious how it will be. It should have a restaurant where they have French cuisine directly next to it. So since yesterday I had burger, and the day before I had homemade stuff. Maybe I can get something French this evening. Let's see. It's now 120 kilometers. I will get to the next gas station because I have to fill up. And then I will text the hosts that I'm en route. And then, yeah, let's see. I made it. I could put in roughly 10 liters. And now we're on our way. Maybe I should tell the guy now that I will arrive in roughly 2 hours. Yeah, I will do that now, as long as I'm here in the shade. Okay, let me get booking.com out. Perfect, then I will catch you guys later. We again got 30 degrees Celsius. And this is now proper summer heat, right? It's hanging over the landscape, and I don't know if you guys know this, but we call this the dog days of summer. I think it's there's something similar in English. I mean, it's not too bad for riding because we have the wind chill and everything, right? It's not super pleasant as well, right? It's fairly warm. And the wind chill feels more like getting hit by the stream from a hairdryer. But all good so far. I have plenty of time. What I will do is I will check if I can get a place where I can buy something to drink. It's Saturday now, and it seems that a lot of the stuff is closed here in France on Saturday. So I'll have to check that. But besides that, everything is going fine. And I might need to overtake this guy. Yeah, let's see. There is another one of those beautiful little towns or villages, and I think we're riding directly into it. It looks like it. Well, everything is super closed. Can't I even get somewhere coffee or something like that? And we are on the road again. I had a coffee and a small water. Got to buy some beverages here in a little supermarket that was open. And now we can head to the hotel that we're staying at. 70 kilometers, roughly 1 hour. The host is already waiting for us. Everything should be fine. This day went very well so far. I mean, I'm not saying that it is not beautiful or something like that, right? But Camino de Santiago, the Pilgrim's Way, goes along this road. And I saw so many pilgrims already today walking on the pavement in the scorching sun. I don't understand that there isn't a better route. I mean, there have to be hiking paths somewhere in this landscape, right? Because I just again saw 6 or 7 people just walking on the side of the road. I mean, that can't be fun. And I get all that you're on that you're a pilgrim and all of that stuff. That's all fine, right? But that's just not a good route choice. I don't know. I really don't know. I wouldn't want to do that, to be honest. I mean, I would love to do the Camino one day, maybe, but not like this with this weather and on the tarmac. That's just ridiculous. So we have a new record, 33 degrees Celsius, and I was just noticing how my view changed a little bit. Yesterday and the day before I was very much looking back home and really wasn't into leaving at all, if we are honest. And I know that this has to do with the fact that I was also very sick, right, and that I feel much better today. But today it's also, I don't know, it's like my vision changed a little bit, right? I'm really looking more towards the future, looking forward to meeting the other guys in Bilbao, to getting to Spain, having Spanish food. Yeah, it feels like that I made the step through the door, and now I'm in the proper mood for traveling and try it much more. I noticed that for myself. Maybe you can emphasize with that. For example, if we arrive on vacation in a hotel or something like that, I always need 2 or 3 days to acclimatize to the place to get into the mood, to get the right vibe. And maybe this is something very similar what I'm experiencing here. But of course with a much higher velocity, right? Because I'm almost in Spain now. So let me briefly check one thing, because I think I could have nope. We will not complete the 20,000 kilometers on this bike today, but certainly tomorrow. But we have almost 1,200 kilometers since we started. I enjoy myself. It's good, even though it's super hot, and I'm very glad that I brought this riding gear. It's still very warm. Good, then I will keep riding, and I'll catch you later.
I kept riding, carried by that clear focus that only comes after hours on the road. The host welcomed me like an old friend, and just like that, the ride gave way to rest. Okay guys, I arrived safe and sound, and look at that, I have the most gorgeous room ever. Check this out. Isn't that cool? There would be space for another few people. There behind this door is a closet. This is the toilet. And here we have the bathroom. Everything is really nice. My motorcycle is safe and sound under the terrace. So there is a terrace directly outside. That is for my use, where I will have breakfast. And the motorcycle is below that, away from the road. Nobody sees it. It has shade. If it rains, it stays dry. And 500 meters from here is the restaurant I will go to this evening. And the host, Bruno, he even makes the reservation for me. because I speak French a little bit, but on the phone it's sometimes a little bit hard. Good. I have another 2.5 hours until I'm at the restaurant. I will use the time to take a shower and cool off a bit. It's really super hot, but I have AC in here. And yeah, I would say I'll catch you later.